So greetings all. So hopefully the microphone's working on this one. Otherwise, it's going to be a take 3. So yeah, I'm basically on Wi-Fi. I have an old HP laptop, and so I just wanted to share what I tried to share in the first video. Essentially, on the 28th of May, I got diagnosed with pneumonia in the emergency room when I couldn't breathe at the nursing home that I went through in my last video that I posted in May. And they put me into the hospital, and it determined that I had congestive heart failure, in which basically you retain fluid by eating too much sodium and drinking too much water. And so they put me on a high-test version of Lasix, which is a water pill. A lot of people are on it to reduce water, but this one was like 3 times the dosage it normally would take to pee out as much water as possible. So in about 2 weeks, 18th, I got out of the hospital last Thursday. And now I'm over at a rehabilitation home to work on the things that I need to do to go home. So at any rate, I was 478 when I went into the hospital emergency room, and I'm at 425. It embarrasses me to say that I weigh so much, but you know, there are people out there that do. You look at people that have swollen legs, or their legs are puffy, or they look, their feet are swollen and their legs are swollen. That means that they're retaining fluid. And I was retaining so much fluid that I couldn't heal the wounds that I had on my feet. So basically, I've been in the hospital on antibiotics, IV antibiotics, and Lasix, and just working on getting better. So Thursday, I moved over here, and now I'm working on this. So it kind of worked out. My daughter's helped move my chair over here that I use at home. So I have this, this power lift chair that it helps a lot. Feel kind of lazy with it, but it makes a big difference to have someplace to sit. This is my room here. That bed there I don't use. It's the second bed. The commode, everyone knows what that is. This is my walker that I use. And that's my bed over there. So, my laptop. Pardon for the motion. And I'm wearing clothes again. Yesterday was the first time I wore clothes for it. It's the 28th. Been in a Johnny the whole time with my ass hanging out the back. So, yeah, so I have a boot that I can wear on my foot because I have a hole in my heel that happened during trying to recover from the other wounds that I had in my legs. I developed a callus on the bottom of my heel that ended up becoming a deep wound. So that deep wound has been an issue. So I have a wound vac, which is a vacuum pump that puts a little thing on the bottom of over a wound, and then it sucks out the liquid that collects around the wound so that it can dry out and promote healthy tissue growth to fill in the space.
I didn't forget about you. Always get caught up in something.
Yeah, they just track you down.
Yeah.
So hopefully the wound vac will help promote good healing, and I can get out of here. I have to be able to sustain most of myself at home, which is pretty much what I did before, but I need to do it in a better way. So I'm learning how to, how to get dressed. Right now I'm on a bag to pee in and a wound pump. So it takes a little more challenges to getting clothes on and off. And yeah. So hopefully the microphone is working on this one here to give you some explanations. Yeah, one of the things I had to learn in the hospital was you have to give up, uh, modesty because you need help from everybody. So it's a funky world, but here I am, and hopefully I'm breathing a lot better, and I get out of breath a lot more. I'm not dipping down to 60% like I was before. So it's all been a good thing. If I hadn't gone into that nursing home, which I didn't really like very well, I wouldn't have found out about the congestive heart failure. So here I am. I appreciate all the kind notes. My laptop is it's an old HP G72 keyboard. It's not a leaded keyboard, and it's very hard to read the writing on the keys unless you have a lot of light. So I don't answer a lot of videos like I used to because typing is kind of a challenge. But I'm out here, and if I put a check mark, I can like your video, and I like your video. So I may not write as much as I used to write, but kind of the way it goes. So I'm kind of on a restrictive movement. I have a boot. I tell you about the boot. I have a boot that puts my foot into a cast. So when I walk, I can offload the pressure. But it's kind of walking around with a bag of concrete on your foot. So I have to slowly work into building up that energy. But I am going to stop here and see if it actually works. It seems to be easier to, really what I need to do is to preload Windows on my laptop with a fresh thing, but I can't do it here. I don't have the resources. So I am using it to access, Facebook and YouTube, email, and important things like that. And then when I get home, I'll probably upgrade. I actually didn't put a large drive on it. I only had a 500 gigabyte drive on it, which surprises me. Thought I was putting a big one on it. And that could be it's just too old. I know if I try to boot up Premiere, Adobe Premiere, or Adobe Photoshop, it crashes. But it also won't update to the latest version of updates for Windows 10. So it's either the laptop is too old to run the latest version, or there's just a problem with Windows, because this was Windows 7 and then it was upgraded. It was one of the upgrades online, Windows 10. So maybe that's just what I need to do, is do a fresh load and transfer everything over to it. Some of the stuff on here I can't really get the original programs anymore. So that's kind of what I've been holding out on. But hopefully it will last me until I get out. And then we'll figure out what to do from there. I wish everybody well. If you have any kind of swelling in your legs, start reducing your salt and your water. I used to think that water would pee out all the contaminants, including salt, and it was a lie. It's actually, I'm on a salt restricted diet, calorie restricted diet, and water. I'm only can do a liter and a half of water, which is like 7 to 8 cups of water a day, and everything else is being peed out. So if you have any kind of swelling in your legs, you got to start getting the salt out of your diet. So other than that, ta-ta. You eat some fresh fruit.